Hi, gang, it's Adam.
And Patrick.
Coming up on today's episode, we chat about last-minute prep for our trip to Walt Disney World for GayDayS, cover the latest Disney news, and share our Fab Five cents in Walt Disney World. As always, we close out the show with some quick D. All that and more on today's episode of Gays Do the D.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Hey there, Patrick Phineas Kozacki.
Phineas? Mm-hmm. That's a cute name. Mm-hmm. What's up, Adam Witherspoon Hummel? I just finished Big Little Lies.
What did you think?
I really liked it.
Season 2, yeah?
I liked season 1 better.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But season 2 is great.
Yeah.
To be sure.
Do you think there's going to be a season 3?
I don't need there to be, but I think that there will be.
I think season 3 could be very compelling the way they ended season 2.
Yeah.
I think that could be even better than season 2.
Yeah.
I know it's tough to top season 1, but
we've just turned into a Big Little Lies spoiler show.
I'm for it.
Okay, good.
I'm for it.
Anything with Reese Witherspoon in it, I'm on board. I'm on board.
Renata. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. I had a good week.
Yes?
I did my very first cleanse this week. I'm very trendy.
What? A cleanse?
I did. I made my own cleanse. I brought my own cleanse to the party.
Yeah.
It was like a supplement cleanse situation where you still eat food.
Okay.
So I had these supplements that I was taking, and then I did, this is very interesting information for all of our listeners at home, and then I had a plant protein shake for breakfast and for dinner.
Okay.
And then a sensible salad and some grilled chicken for lunch.
Okay.
It went really well.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Thank you so much. I don't know what anyone's name is anymore. I've lost all sense of reality.
Uh-huh.
I haven't had alcohol in a week.
Yeah.
I don't know which way to get out of my house right now.
You're hooked up to an IV.
Yeah. I feel like that character in Drop Dead Gorgeous who's like, I was running on 11 calories a day. And then she does the version of Don't Cry Out Loud. Mm-hmm. It's very funny. That's me.
Well, you're completely emaciated and you've never looked better.
I'm snatched and ready for Disney. Mm-hmm. How was your week?
It was fantastic, thank you.
Good. Anything of note?
Well, you know, Patrick, it's Minnesota Fringe.
It sure is.
So I have been fringing a bit.
You have. You've been all over the place.
2 shows.
That's more than I've done.
I've got one more to do and then I'm done.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
That's right. You saw our friend Anna.
Yes.
In her Fringe show.
Yes, Cat Confidential.
Love that title.
Ladies talking about their cats.
I mean, what could be better?
Yeah, and I saw my boyfriend Matthew's show called Beat about the beat poets.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it was very, very stylized.
Ooh, as beat poets are wont to be.
Indeed. And then I have one more show to catch and I'm all done.
I love it. $1 million question.
Yes.
Have you started packing for the trip yet?
I was just about to ask you if you had started packing for the trip. I have not started packing.
You know that I have.
Okay.
I've already written out a checklist of all like the toiletries I need to bring. And I'm about halfway done with that.
I have a couple lists going.
Yeah.
A shopping list and a packing list. But I like to pack the night before the trip.
I like to finalize the night before for sure, but I have my shopping list. I should say that. That's part of packing for me, though, of like making sure I have everything that I need to pack.
And for those of you that don't know, and how could you not, because we've been talking about it for months now, Patrick and I and my boyfriend Matthew and our friends Amanda and Ben are heading down to GayDayS in Orlando in Walt Disney World.
I'm so excited.
This week.
So exciting.
Now tell me, Patrick.
Yes.
Do you have any traditions or rituals that you perform
Well, that's a loaded question.
before you go down to Disney World? Do you have anything that you need to do or pack or anything like that before you head down?
Interesting. Here's one thing I do on every trip, though. Before I get on the airplane, I touch the plane.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
It's a little good luck thing that I do.
I like that.
But Disney specific, I pack Figment.
Right.
And now Donald.
Right.
Donald maybe before Figment now.
Poor Figment.
It's happening. That's about it. I don't really have anything really specific that I need to have. I know that I usually bring a checked bag.
Sure.
And so in my carry-on, I make sure that I have things just in case my checked bag gets lost.
Yeah.
Like some undergarments.
Oh, sure. That's very smart.
Were I to wear them.
Yes.
I mean, who can say?
Should you need them.
And, toothpaste, things like that. What about you?
Not really.
Yeah.
I ask a question and I have no response for it.
Okay.
I actually don't really have any traditions or rituals. The last time Matthew and I went to Disneyland back in June was the first time we did not check a bag.
Oh.
And I will never go back. I will now only ever, if possible, if I can pack everything in the bag, use the overhead bins.
I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
Usually on my Run Disney vacations, it's harder to do because I want to make sure that I have all of my running shoes and all that fun stuff.
Sure.
But this time I may try a gym bag and a backpack.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And let Mickey take the wheel.
It was so nice not to have to stop at baggage claim and just hop in that Uber and head to the park.
I suppose it sort of limits you from buying too much stuff while you're in the parks, too, because you can't take it back with you if you don't have any room.
That's a good point.
I mean, you could buy a suitcase.
You could. Or ship it back.
I've seen people do that before.
Yeah.
They bring an extra suitcase that's empty, basically, that
Sure.
they plan to just fill with souvenirs.
Yeah.
Yowza.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Anything you're really looking forward to while we're there?
I'm looking forward to meeting listeners.
Yes.
And I'm really looking forward to just kind of having a casual, want to stop for a drink? Yes, let's stop for a drink kind of trip.
We've been talking about that of like just playing it fast and loose this time. We're going to follow the GayDayS schedule during the day at least.
Yep.
And then the evenings are just sort of like, I've seen your face enough. Let's go somewhere else. Right?
Yes, but one thing I have to do is say goodbye to Illuminations.
Oh, yeah, we both have to do that.
Yeah.
I am also looking forward to meeting all of those listeners. I'm super looking forward to, as you know, the ATLDs are going to be there. Kale,
Yes.
Mark, and Roger. And I have not met in person Roger yet. He's the only one of the three that I haven't met face to face. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing Roger in person. Kale and Mark, I've seen ya.
He's over it.
I'm over it. Just kidding. I can't wait to see all three of them, but especially Roger.
Well, for those of you that won't be able to make it down to GayDayS, you can follow along on all of our adventures on our social media. We'll be posting a ton of pictures on Instagram at GDTD Podcast.
You'll be able to stalk us via Instagram.
Yes, and if you're going to be down in the parks, please reach out to us, send us a DM, and let us know if there's a chance we can possibly meet you and give you a Gaze to the D button.
That's right. Slip deep into our DMs.
That doesn't sound right.
Well,
Speaking of listeners, Patrick, we have a few shout-outs this week.
shout, put your hands up and shout, kick your feet out and shout. I don't know the words to this song.
Good,
obviously.
because otherwise we'd owe royalties.
Oh, so it's a parody at this point.
You saved us.
Great. You're so welcome. Tell us about those shout-outs, Adam.
Our listener, Rosaline, who you can find on Instagram at PinToMyLou,
Ooh.
recently recommended us to one of her Facebook groups. So we thank you, Rosaline. That's very thoughtful of you.
Thank you. I love that name, Rosaline. I might have to steal it for myself.
Patrick Rosaline Kazaki.
I think it might be Rosaline Patrick Kazaki.
Oh,
Yep. So moving on, we have another shout out from a listener, John Patmer on Instagram. He has a funny thing to say to us, Adam.
what's that?
I think he's mad at you.
What?
Well, so I think we all know what needs to happen. Rock and Roller Coaster needs to undergo an overlay where you ride along to Train's discography.
Oh, dear.
And Terry Hatcher plays the manager who gets the show on the road. Love it. Love it. Just wanted to share some love. My boyfriend and I love listening along to your podcast every week. We have a Walt Disney World trip coming up in September, and your podcast is the perfect pregame leading up to our vacation. Thanks, John. That's really nice to hear.
And what John is referencing is last week's episode where I bashed Train at the beginning of the episode, and then very early on, I bashed Terry Hatcher.
So anything that starts with T, you're just not on board with.
I'm against it.
Okay.
Last but not least, Patrick, Bart reached out to us, and you can find Bart on Instagram at ParkHopperBart. And he and his wife are allies, and he sent us such a thoughtful message and mentioned that he hopes he can be in Walt Disney World next week to meet up with us in the parks.
I hope the same thing. Thank you so much for being a listener and, more importantly, for being an ally.
Yes, thank you, Bart. We really appreciate it. And thank you, John and Rosaline.
Rosaline. Moving on, Adam, we have an anniversary to talk about, but it is not a movie anniversary. We have a pretty big attraction anniversary.
Oh.
In fact, it's today, the day that we're recording this episode,
Yes.
on August 9th, 1969.
Yes.
Your favorite ride, the Haunted Mansion, was birthed.
Oh, it's 50 years old, Patrick.
It is 50 years old. Now, you were on the inaugural ride, weren't you?
That is so extremely rude of you.
I never understand how old you are.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Is it because I look so young, so you're constantly questioning?
That must be it.
Okay.
No, happy anniversary, Haunted Mansion.
Were you able to catch any of the videos from the special Haunted Mansion events they've been having at Disneyland?
I'm not going to lie, I did not even think about it.
Oh.
Did you?
Yes, I did today, as a matter of
Oh.
fact. Several people were posting videos from the late night events they were hosting.
How was it?
I'm not sure it was $300 worth of
Okay.
entertainment or
Yeah.
celebration,
That's a lot.
but the videos looked cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a $300 video.
And they're doing some really cool things inside the Haunted Mansion. They have some live actors inside the Haunted Mansion.
Spooky.
Yes.
I think originally they were going to do that on the ride.
Originally, they were doing it on the ride.
Oh,
there
that's
was
right.
a person inside the suit of armor in the Infinity Hallway
That's right.
who every once in a while would kind of jump out at the Doom buggies.
And I think they found they had to clean too many of those buggies afterwards.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy anniversary, Haunted Mansion. I'm going to ride you so much in a couple of weeks.
Oh, my gosh.
Just 1 week, actually.
Yeah.
Is that what you took umbrage to, the number of weeks that I said?
No.
Oh.
The riding part.
Riding it so hard?
Sounds inappropriate.
Well, I'm just stating some facts.
It's a family attraction.
Well, not when I'm on it. I put the man in Haunted Mansion, if you know what I mean.
That is terrible. That is just terrible.
Speaking of riding attractions super hard, Adam,
Where is this going?
because we're going to be in the parks next week,
Yes.
we are releasing a very special episode while we're there.
Yes.
Do you like that transition?
Sometimes the stuff you come up with,
Yeah.
it is gold.
Thank you so much.
And that was not it. That was not gold.
Wow, that's rude
So,
of you. How very
yeah.
dare you?
Yeah.
So next week, listeners, we are going to have a very special, very truncated episode of Gays Do the D.
Uh-huh.
We won't be reporting any news.
No, why would we? It'd be like old news at that point.
It will be old news at that point.
Yeah.
I'll still be in the parks, but you'll be flying home by the time it gets released. Actually, you'll be home by the time it gets released.
That's right.
So our next episode is going to be dedicated to our recently renamed quiz episode. We're calling it now Walt Quizney.
Yes. Some of you may recall back on episode 19, we participated in the Disney aptitude test.
The DATs.
That's right. And we're now calling it Walt Quizney.
Walt Quizney. Now, I don't want to spoil it, but one of us does win.
Yes.
Okay.
It's true.
So tune in next week to find out who.
And play along, won't you?
Beyond next week, our next episode after that
Yes.
is going to be a recap, of course, of our trip to Walt Disney World.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk all about how GayDayS was,
And how gay we were.
how gay we were. We kept it light. We kept it bright.
we kept it
Gay. Oh, that was beautiful to no one.
Yeah.
But following that, we're hoping to do another Questions and Peter Pantsers episode, right, Adam?
That's right.
So we're doing a call out to all of our listeners to send us your questions. What do you want to know? What do you want to know about Disney? What do you want to know about Adam and I?
Yeah.
Do you want to know my shoe size? Now's your chance.
Why would they want to know your shoe size?
People want to know the most peculiar things about me, Adam.
Tiny shoes.
Yeah, and I will send them pictures
Tiny.
along with my answers.
Tiny shoes.
That's rude and true.
Yeah. So please send us your questions. You can do so by reaching out to us on social media at GDTD Podcast.
And you can always email us at info@gaysdothed.com.
Before we head into the news, Patrick, I just want to remind our listeners that we have a survey available to them right now at gaysdothed.com/survey.
A survey, you say?
A survey, I say.
What's it all about?
It's about them
Oh.
and how they listen to the podcast and what they'd like to hear more of on the podcast.
Obviously, it's me. Now's your chance to let Patrick know how much you love him.
I've checked out some of the answers already, and things are not looking good for you, my
Oh,
friends.
no.
Recast.
Oh, dear. That's fair. Is that why we're going to GayDayS?
Yep. This is your farewell.
Fair enough.
What a way to go.
I saw it coming a mile away.
No, but the survey will help us plan out episodes going forward because, Patrick, next month is our 1-year anniversary.
What?
That's right.
Oh, my Lanta.
And we want to know what the listeners are thinking about the podcast and what they think we can be doing better or what suggestions they have for content and how they listen to the episodes.
I love it.
So again, please take a moment to visit gaysdothed.com/survey. It only takes a few minutes to fill out the survey, and it will help us immeasurably.
I'm going to do that right now.
You are not allowed to do that.
Well,
It is completely anonymous, so please don't do that, Patrick.
it's not going to be anonymous because I'm going to attach a photo.
There's no option for that.
You don't know.
I'm sorry.
You don't know.
So listeners, it is anonymous. Please take a moment to fill it out. We greatly appreciate it.
Thanksies. I've got a good segue, Adam. So surveys are all about opinions, right?
Yeah.
You know what's not an opinion?
What?
The news. Just the facts. Just the facts, ma'am.
Okay.
That's a little Dragnet reference if you didn't know.
I knew.
Okay. Let's get into the news, Adam. This past week, it was announced that Disney World will serve as the official host of the 2022 Special Olympics USA Games, taking place at ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. The Games will be held from June 5th through the 11th, 2022. Just some quick background for Special Olympics. The mission of Special Olympics is to provide year-round sports training and athletic competition in a variety of Olympic-type sports for children and adults with intellectual disabilities, giving them continuing opportunities to develop physical fitness, demonstrate courage, experience joy, and participate in a sharing of gifts, skills, and friendship with their families, other Special Olympics athletes, and the community. Disney and ESPN have shared a 34-year relationship with Special Olympics. Beyond hosting, this year Disney will also provide additional sponsorship and in-kind support for the 2022 USA Games and will serve as presenting partner for the volunteer program. The 2022 USA Games coincides with the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics Florida, which is hosted by Disney World every single year.
Wow.
Amazing. This is really exciting for them.
So let me get this straight. They're going to have the resort's 50th anniversary.
I know.
And then the very next year, they're going to be hosting Special Olympics Florida's 50th anniversary.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Well, and they're hosting the full USA Games at
right.
the ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Right.
Huge, huge stuff.
Yeah.
Really good job, Disney. They take part, as they say, every year in the Florida one. And I think they have a little bit of participation at the USA and the world level as well.
Okay.
But I think this is the first time they are hosting the USA Games here on our own turf.
What an amazing opportunity for those athletes and their families, too.
Yes, absolutely. Do you ever watch them when they've been telecast before?
Yeah.
They're so fun to watch. It is one of the most joyful experiences you'll ever have in your entire life.
If you want to witness true sportsmanship,
Oh, man.
it is those athletes right there.
Absolutely. So well done, Disney. Thank you for hosting. And congratulations to all of the athletes who will be participating. We hope you have an amazing time.
Absolutely. Last week, we learned that Disney will be offering its forthcoming streaming service, Disney Plus, as part of a bundle that consumers can purchase, which would also include Hulu and ESPN Plus for $12.99 per month.
That's a really good price.
That's a really good price.
Yeah.
This means that the bundle will be at the same price point as Netflix's most popular plan, which also costs $12.99 per month.
Love it.
Breaking down the cost of the bundle, Disney Plus on its own is set at $6.99 per month, and the ad-supported version of Hulu is $5.99 per month. And who cares what ESPN Plus is per month because I won't be watching it.
How very dare you.
Maybe men's swimming. Possibly some baseball.
Yeah.
Does ESPN Plus broadcast wrestling?
You can request it.
I'm really going to get into ESPN Plus.
Yep. I can see it happening.
As a reminder, Disney Plus will also be offered for an annual subscription of $69.99 per year. Disney Plus will launch in the U.S. on November 12th, 2019. In addition to this news, we also learned that Disney will be rebooting some of their newly acquired 20th Century Fox properties for Disney Plus, including, Patrick, Night at the Museum,
Okay.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid,
Great.
Cheaper by the Dozen,
Love that movie.
and Home Alone.
Interesting. Okay. So wait, you're saying reboot, you mean remaking.
Disney stated that they were rebooting them.
Okay. They're not just like relaunching them and re-releasing them. They're doing a full production.
All new cast.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be cute if Macaulay Culkin was the dad in Home
No,
Alone?
it would not.
Oh, I think it'd be pretty cute. Or what about like kind of the creepy uncle? Would he fulfill that
I
role?
can see. That I can see.
Disney CEO Bob Iger announced this news on an earnings call last week and stated, "We're focused on leveraging Fox's vast library of great titles to further enrich the content mix on our direct-to-consumer platforms. It's unknown at this time whether the films will be rebooted as films or as series.
Oh.
Yeah, so it could be Home Alone the series.
I could see Cheaper by the Dozen being a series, actually.
Was Dennis Quaid in Cheaper by the Dozen?
Steve Martin was.
Oh.
I know it was Steve Martin and Bonnie Hunt who played the parents.
Yes, I'm thinking of the knockoff version with Dennis Quaid and Rene Russo.
Oh.
And it wasn't called Cheaper by the Dozen, but I think Dennis Quaid on the poster was wearing like a military uniform.
Was this maybe a remake of Yours, Mine, and Ours?
That's what it was.
Okay.
Exactly. And I was really into Dennis Quaid in the military uniform.
Dennis Quaid is still looking good.
He's really attractive.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that megawatt smile. It's almost Joker-esque, but I'm into it.
Yeah, I'll get into that.
Smile?
Anything he wants me to get into, I'll do it. Adam, unless you've been living down where it's hotter under the water, you know that Disney is taking the 1989 animated film The Little Mermaid and remaking it as a live-action movie.
Yes.
Everyone knows this.
Yep.
Just announced this past week, ABC will air a live stage version of The Little Mermaid later this year in honor of the 30th anniversary.
They sure will.
You're not on board with this, but I'm going to keep going with the story. The live production will star Moana's Ali'i Cravaho as Ariel. Queen Latifah is set to play Ursula, and reggae superstar Shaggy, Mr. Boombastic, will be voicing Sebastian. Wow.
That's what Shaggy said.
That was
to me.
frightening.
It wasn't me.
You're a huge fan, I can tell.
It wasn't me.
The rest of the cast, I'm moving on quickly. The rest of the cast has not been released, but another announcement is expected very soon. Hamish Hamilton, gotta love that name, will direct the live event. Hamilton is best known for directing awards shows like the Emmy Awards, MTV Music Awards, Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. He is also very well known for directing the Super Bowl halftime shows for Maroon 5, Justin Timberlake, Lady Gaga, just to name a few.
Okay.
I don't think anything is going to turn the ship around for you, so I'm going to keep going. According to a press release, this will be a hybrid version of The Little Mermaid, using storylines and music from both the animated classic and the 2008 Broadway production. The Wonderful World of Disney Presents The Little Mermaid Live will air on ABC on November 5th. Adam, I have to ask you, how do you feel about this?
All right. Well, first of all, I was completely against it.
Yeah.
Right. Because I don't like when Disney kind of muddies the waters with productions. And this is really muddying the waters. Back-to-back Little Mermaid productions is not a good idea, in my opinion.
I'm enjoying the pun of muddying the waters.
Thank you.
Well done there.
Thank you.
I hear what you're saying. It's a lot of Little Mermaid coming at us. I get it, though, because it's sort of the movie that sparked the Renaissance, and it's very much to be celebrated, and it's the 30th anniversary. Also, the stage version is quite different than the movie version of it, and I think the new movie version is going to be even more different than both of those. So I'm interested to see these two different adaptations.
As I dug into this story a little bit more, I learned that they're actually showing the animated film, and then what they're going to be doing is they're going to be cutting away from the animated film to the live performances of the musical numbers, and then cutting back to the animated film when they aren't singing in the film.
It's going to be a little bit of a hybrid situation.
I'm hoping that when they cut away from the animated film, it's kind of in concert, and they're not all like costumed. I feel like that's going to be a really harsh transition from the animated film to a live version of songs that we know and love performed differently than how we know them.
Right. I'm imagining them sort of Disney bounding on stage.
I would prefer that.
Right. With a pretty elaborate set, though, behind them.
Yes.
I think that's sort of the direction they're headed.
I can embrace that somewhat.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm also concerned with Queen Latifah playing Ursula.
Interesting. Why?
She always seems to play things like too cool for school. And I'm worried that Ursula is just going to be bland.
I think she's going to sing the crap out of it, is the thing. She has an amazing voice.
Does she? I don't think she does.
Oh, I fully disagree, and I think a lot of our listeners are going to clap back at you for that.
That's fine. That's fine. I just don't think she's that interesting a performer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think Ali'i will do a beautiful job.
Of course she will.
I think Shaggy's an interesting choice.
I think it's an actually really fun choice.
And I think Terry Hatcher will make an appearance somewhere. Terry Hatcher could be Vanessa.
Okay, so someone needs to make a mashup of Train, Terry Hatcher, and The Little Mermaid live.
That will be the next version of The Little Mermaid that Disney's planning on releasing.
Oh.
Disnerd Neil Patrick Harris will be hosting Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Adventure Awaits on Sunday, September 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time as part of Freeform's 30 Days of Disney Programming.
And all the house mothers fell over in anticipation.
Yeah, those ladies love Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, he is a soccer mom favorite.
Do you think it's because he's unattainable? Is that what it is? He's charming but unattainable.
I think it's because he's a safe gay.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
That's what it is.
He's just gay enough.
Yep.
Wink. The special, which will go behind the scenes of Galaxy's Edge in both Disneyland and Walt Disney World, will include celebrity guests like Kaylee Cuoco, who will be taking a sneak peek of Rise of the Resistance, Keegan-Michael Key, who will be hanging out with Neil Patrick Harris in Oga's Cantina, Jay Leno, who will be piloting the Millennium Falcon in Smuggler's Run, Sarah Hyland, who will be creating her own droid in the Droid Depot, and Terry Hatcher, who will be... Just kidding. Not Terry Hatcher. Not Terry Hatcher.
I would have been so happy.
Although maybe, who knows?
Who can say? With this ragtag group, you never know.
In the special, viewers will explore Batuu and learn what it took to create the fully immersive lands in both Anaheim and Orlando. Freeform's 30 Days of Disney will feature different themes each week, and it begins September 2nd, 2019 with Villains Week, Patrick. Programming will also include the Freeform premieres of Iron Man, Disney's Pete's Dragon from 2016, Newsies, the Broadway musical, and more, as well as a special airing of the Disney Channel original movie Descendants 3.
So this is an opportunity for some very privileged celebrities to have a very privileged experience in Galaxy's Edge all by themselves.
That's right.
And we get to watch them do it.
Patrick, they deserve this.
They have been working very hard.
They're famous. They need this.
Good for them. Oh. Adam, this news story is not for you, so just sit back and listen. A host of offerings will be available to annual pass holders visiting Walt Disney World this fall.
That is so mean.
I'm just shaming you for not doing it yet. If you plan on visiting the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, be sure to pick up your complimentary pass holder magnet. From August 29th through October 14th, pass holders will get the Chef Mini magnet, which I really want, and Chef Remy will be available from October 15th through November 23rd. And if you visit the festival 4 times this year, you will receive a complimentary Chef Mini wooden coaster set. It's super cute.
Cute.
And it's worth $899.
On eBay.
On eBay.
Immediately following Food and Wine.
So all of these items can be picked up at Mouse Gear, assuming it's still open at the time, or at Disney Traders. As per usual, annual pass holders can also purchase pass holder exclusive food and wine merch, including shirts, hats, and pins at a 20% discount. These can be found at various vendors throughout Epcot. Pass holders will also receive a 10% discount to the Eat to the Beat concert series dining packages. Also, exclusive character meetings will be available beginning August 29th. Pass holders will be able to meet Winnie the Pooh at Christopher Robin's bedroom in the UK Pavilion in Epcot. Does that sound...
It sounds like a grinder meetup.
Yeah, it sounds promiscuous.
It does.
A little bit.
Pooh-miscuous.
Oh. Uh-oh. And Baloo, Tarzan, and Jane will also have exclusive pass holder meet and greets in Animal Kingdom.
I'd like to meet Tarzan.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
Nope.
I will track him down.
You have to get a pass holder card. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Do you think Tarzan has one?
A pass holder card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if he does, he has to flash it at security. Moving on to the Animal Kingdom, a very limited time offering will be available from August 29th through September 2nd, which is the opening weekend of Galaxy's Edge.
Sure is.
From 3 to 6 p.m. on those dates at the Nomad Lounge, Dawa Bar, and Thirsty River, pass holders can ask for a secret menu for a selection of off-the-menu offerings. And from August 29th through September 5th, an exclusive Simba magnet will be available at Disney Trading Company.
Simba.
It is time. This, of course, is on top of all of the ongoing discounts at shopping and dining locations and the fall discounts on select Disney resort stays. Be sure to check out the annual pass holder website or visit the Disney World site and search annual pass holder savings for a full list of current AP benefits.
Sounds a bit like they're trying to get annual pass holders away from Galaxy's Edge that opening weekend.
Doesn't it, though?
Yeah, I also noticed that Fantasmic is actually having 2 showings that opening weekend per night.
I heard that as well. Those actors are going to be tired.
So tired and so wet.
Well, if Tarzan's there, I'll be the same.
Tired and wet?
Yep. Not so much tired.
Oh,
What?
Patrick.
What are you talking about?
Sweaty because it's so hot?
That must be what I'm talking about.
That must be it.
Ooh.
Rein it in.
I'm going to swing on those vines.
Stop.
What?
Patrick, I got a rumor for you.
Rumor has it.
According to WDW News Today's internal sources, put that in quotes, internal sources, It's a Small World in Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom will be receiving a refurbishment prior to the resort's 50th anniversary in 2021 that will include the addition of about 40 different Disney characters to the ride.
I heard this rumor as well.
Yes. The characters will be homogenous to the attraction's existing Children of the World to allow for a more seamless integration.
I like that.
3 other Disney parks versions of the ride also contain characters from the animated Disney films. Hong Kong Disneyland's version opened featuring characters in 2008. Disneyland Park in Anaheim implemented IP into the attraction in 2009, and Tokyo Disneyland followed suit in 2018. Disney has yet to announce the changes, but could possibly do so at this month's D23 Expo.
Interesting. How do you feel about this?
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I know you're going to roll your eyes at this, but I've seen the version in Disneyland, and it is really cute and really well done and pays tribute to the original ride.
Okay.
It's not done in like a very showy way. You really have to kind of look for the characters within each country, and when you find them, it's kind of a treat. It's just really charming.
I imagine they're crafted to blend in with the other characters. It's not just like, oh, look, Aladdin's there.
That's right. They're very Mary Blair stylized.
Okay.
The humans look like the doll characters from the original ride.
Sure.
And the animals look like the animal characters from the ride.
I'm of two minds about this one. I feel like, you know me, I love a classic, and I don't need IP to be introduced into my classic rides.
Sure.
But that being said, I think it is important to know sometimes, especially for little children, that these fairy tales are coming from very specific countries and have a very long history in that country's lore.
Yeah.
And so it's an interesting history lesson for them.
It's an interesting geography lesson for adults too, Patrick, because I will have to admit, when I was going through the Disneyland version of It's a Small World, I was like, oh yeah, that character's from there. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you can kind of completely forget about it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Patrick, if you were added to It's a Small World, what country would you be in?
Ireland, obviously.
Really?
With all the leprechauns. They're my size. What?
Hey, Patrick.
What's up, Adam?
You smell.
What?
With your nose, right? You smell with your nose.
Oh man, I was about to slap you.
Uh-huh.
I do. I sniff with my schnoz.
Okay. In a couple of days, we're going to be down in Walt Disney World.
We are.
And one of the most magical things about the theme parks is how they smell.
The aromas of it.
The scents around Walt Disney World.
Escape of Disney.
It's probably the most powerful sense that we have when it comes to triggering sense memory.
It's true. It leads me directly to food.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like a cartoon character following a waft right to the popcorn, right to the Mickey pretzels.
I'm just like Pluto, where it actually lifts me off the ground into the food.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. The smells and scents of Disney are iconic, even. They're very specific to very specific memories and parts of the park. You can't really untie them from your memories after your vacation.
So much so that there's a whole other industry now based off of those scents. You can purchase candles on Etsy or through other websites.
I'm here for that.
Yes.
For sure.
It's a great way to kind of remind yourself of that kind of comforting, enjoyable, delicious, or pleasant experience.
It's true. And some of those candle companies have nailed it. They are crushing it, and they smell amazing.
Yeah.
But nothing is better than being in the parks, smelling those smells live and in person.
That's true. So I thought this week we could do our Fab Five scents of Walt Disney World.
You're a genius.
Thank you so much.
You're a GDTD genius.
No, but I think that a lot of people have some scents in the parks that they're really attracted to. And we'll absolutely learn a ton about each other, I think, just based on what we list for our Fab Five.
I think so, too. Do you think we have some crossovers?
I think we absolutely have some crossovers.
Interesting.
I'm going to give us 2 crossovers.
I'm going to give us 1 crossover.
Okay, but I have a disclaimer before we start.
Okay.
I currently have 8.
I had to narrow mine down, too.
I thought maybe you would list some that I still have on my list, and then I'll cut that way as we go.
Interesting.
Otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble.
Adam, you in danger, girl.
So, Patrick, do you want to kick us off, or should I start?
I'm confident that my first one is not on your list, so maybe you should start.
I'm confident that my first one is not on your list.
Interesting.
Yes.
What a tangle web we weave.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to start then.
All right.
And we'll see. What if this is where we cross over?
I'm so scared.
Okay.
All right.
Well, this is an unorthodox choice for me.
Oh.
My number 5.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's kind of cheating or not.
Well,
yeah.
You've lost me already.
All right. So
you cheat a lot
it's
on this show.
technically not in the parks. So does this count or not? You tell me after I tell you that my Fab Five choice for scents in Walt Disney World is the scent when you exit the jet bridge into the terminal at Orlando International Airport. Does that count?
That's a really good answer, and that absolutely counts because I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's trip related,
yeah.
right?
I think it pertains specifically to us northern folk.
Yeah.
Because there's also a feel that comes with it, too.
Oh, yeah.
You can just feel the moisture and humidity
Yes.
hitting you in the face.
But there's also a vague scent of jet fuel, yes, but also a saltiness to the air.
Okay.
And there's also just a hint of mildew in the airport.
Huh.
And I'm here for it because it welcomes me. I know I'm home instantly when I smell that smell.
So you're into huffing is what you're telling me.
Huffing to my happy place all the way.
Huffing and puffing and blowing your house down.
Yeah, I love that smell. It gets me really excited. There's also a little bit of Outback Steakhouse coming in and a little bit of Cinnabon.
There is a little bit. And then Starbucks, of course.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. Very specific to people who are flying to Disney World because I know a lot of locals attend and will never smell that.
Right. They're just not aware of it.
They're just not aware of it.
The joy of that jet fuel and airport stank.
And it is specifically Orlando International Airport that has that very distinct smell.
That's true.
You're right. Good one. I like that one.
Yeah, as soon as I smell that, I get really excited.
Because you're high from the jet fumes.
I can't deny it.
Okay.
That is my number 5 choice. Patrick, will you please give me your number 5 Fab Five scent of Walt Disney World?
I shall. Mine is also not in the parks, but it is in a resort.
Okay.
I'm talking about the Polynesian Resort.
Oh.
That whole resort has this wonderful, it's very fresh.
Yes.
It's not too pungent, but it's a very dead-on smell of Hawaii.
Oh.
It smells exactly like Hawaii. It's amazing.
It's lush. It smells of greenery.
It's lush. It's not too perfumey, like I said. It smells like fresh flowers. It smells like mist.
Yeah.
And it a little bit smells like fresh baked bread and like sweetbreads.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so good. I love it so much. That is one of my very favorite resorts. I want to stay there so badly. And I do make sure to try to visit once a trip, even just to like walk in, grab a quick cocktail and head on out.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so refreshing in there. I love it so much.
A lot of people list that Polynesian Resort smell as their favorite scent in Walt Disney World.
I can see why. It's a beaut.
And a lot of candle companies make that scent as a candle.
It's true. And they're really popular as well.
You know, a lot of the resorts have their own unique scent. I'm particularly into the Animal Kingdom Lodge's scent. It's a Moroccan amber scent. So much so that I've hunted for candles around here that I can put in my home. And there's several that come close, but there's only one that I found so far that actually replicates that scent. I love the Animal Kingdom Lodge smell.
It's a really good scent too.
And Beach Club. These were on my list. I'm just narrowing things down. I'm sneaking into your list through my list.
Scent Attack.
Yeah, that's right. Scent Attack. That's an excellent choice, Patrick.
Thank you so much. What is your number 4, Adam?
My number 4 Fab Five scent of Walt Disney World is the Land Pavilion. This one is completely tied to to my childhood.
Okay.
There's something about walking into the land pavilion and smelling Sunshine Seasons below you.
Yeah.
It's that food/pavilion smell. I really don't know how to describe it.
Interesting.
But every time I walk in there, I am immediately transported back to the 80s, back to little gay Adam, just waiting to hit up Kitchen Cabaret.
Aw.
Yeah, I really love that smell. It's so comforting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love walking into that pavilion.
Me too. I like the scent of that pavilion as well.
Yeah.
I really want them to update it though. Their carpeting in there is a little haggard.
You know what? I'm going to give you the carpeting, Patrick.
Okay.
But do not touch those hot air balloons. Do not touch them, Disney.
No, I love those.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even want them repainted. They are one of the few remaining 1980s aspects of Epcot, and I just love them. You know, they used to go up and down, those hot air balloons.
They don't anymore?
They don't.
Oh.
No.
I thought that they did. Maybe it's just
No.
my imagination that makes it happen.
Yeah, but I truly love the smell of the land pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Patrick? What's your number 4?
Well, my number 4 is also in Epcot. It is the Caramel Couché in the Germany pavilion.
I thought this might be on your list.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a last-minute add-on for me.
Was it?
But once I remembered it, I was like, oh, yeah, I always do stop and like just smell for a while
Well, it smells
while I'm in
like
front of it.
popcorn and dessert, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It takes me back to my childhood, actually. I think this is why every Christmas my mom would make the most delicious caramel squares, and she would
Oh.
make heaps of them, and the whole house would just smell like the most buttery caramel in the whole world. So it's very nostalgic for
Were they
me.
like candies?
They
Caramel
were.
candies?
They were little chewy candies that you would then wrap up in some wax paper. So they were individual wrapped caramels.
Yeah, those are delicious. Matthew's mom makes them too, and they are tasty.
They were the right consistency as well. My mom was magical about they weren't like chewy. They were just soft.
Yeah.
Like 1 or 2 bites and you're done. Melt in your mouth.
Sometimes when I eat a caramel, I'm afraid that I'm never going to be able to stop chewing it.
Yes, it's like a dog eating peanut butter.
And I kind of have a mini panic attack. Like my teeth are going to get stuck together or I'm never going to stop chewing it.
That's hilarious. But yeah, so this, along with that caramel smell mixed with the popcorn,
Yeah.
is just to die for.
Do you usually get the caramel corn there when you're there?
I don't actually. I'm not a lover of eating caramel corn, but I love to smell it,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm more of a tradish popcorn or maybe a cheese popcorn.
What about a Chicago mix?
That I'm here for all
Okay.
day long, but it
Yeah.
has to be light on the caramel. I just want every once in a while a burst of sweetness.
I'm not normally into popcorn unless it's covered with other stuff.
Really?
The more chocolate, the more caramel, the more insert a dessert topping here on top of it. I'm all over it.
Do you know what I love on popcorn? And I can credit Amanda for treating me to this.
What's that?
Hot sauce.
Interesting.
Put a little hot sauce on your popcorn and you have made your whole life complete.
Does it hurt the next day?
Not if you're gentle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Just ease into your day. We should move on to number 3.
Okay. Before we move on to number 2, we'll move on to number 3.
That's right. That's exactly right.
My number 3 choice for my Fab Five smells at Walt Disney World is the Main Street Confectionery.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm surprised that this is not your number 1.
You would be, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because I'm a sugar fiend?
Well, I just know that you love the fudge specifically in that store.
I do love the fudge.
And it's usually our first stop when we go to the Magic Kingdom.
That's so sad, but it's true.
The both of us, though, for sure.
You know, it's funny. We have a breakfast reservation at Crystal Palace this time.
So excited for that.
Do you think we're going to be allowed to break into the confectionery to grab some fudge on our way to the Crystal Palace?
Whether or not we're allowed, break-in is the key element here.
Yeah. I'm going to get that fudge one way or another.
Fair.
I need an appetizer before Crystal Palace, and it needs to be that fudge.
We'll do like a Shelby needs her juice situation from Steel Magnolias. Give my Adam his fudge.
Listen, here's what I love about the confectionery. I don't think it's a real smell, Patrick.
Well, okay.
I think it's a smell that Disney has created, that they're pumping out into the street and actually pumping into the store as well. I'm sure some of the treats are mixing and mingling with that smell, but it smells like vanilla a little bit.
Yeah.
And baked goods.
Yeah, it smells like a wedding cake, basically.
It smells like a wedding cake, but it also smells like preservatives. Do you know what I mean? Like it smells like Rice Krispie bars that were made maybe in 1994 that are still sitting on the shelves in their plastic packaging.
The innards of a Twinkie.
Yeah, exactly that.
And I'm not talking about a person.
Right. And preservatives are not good for you. We all know that.
Well,
But the smell of preservatives is delightful.
I almost want to say it's too perfect, but it's not. It's just perfect enough.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's a really good smell.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of waffle coney too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a mistake to do this when I'm trying to like not have sweets before Disney.
I know, and I have not had dinner. I have not had dinner.
Oh no.
This is going to result in some bad choices later.
I would offer to feed you, but I don't want to.
No, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Patrick, what's your number 3 Fab Five scent in Walt Disney World?
I'm so glad you asked. My number 3 scent is the water in dark rides.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically, Pirates of the Caribbean.
For sure, Pirates water. What is it about Pirates water?
Here it is. It's the combination of water, theatrical smoke,
Yep.
and moldy wood.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I don't know. That's just a guess.
I think you're 100% correct on that theatrical smoke smell.
Yes.
For anyone who has ever done any kind of theatrical production where they've used stage smoke,
Yeah.
it's that pungent, almost acrid, bitter kind of smell.
Bitter is a little, that's a good word for it. I love it, though. Every time I smell theatrical smoke, I get like Vietnam flashbacks.
Oh,
it's
dear.
like
PTSD.
in a good way, though. Like it takes me very specifically back to doing specific shows,
Yeah.
or even going on rides now.
Sure.
It's a very visceral smell.
Yeah.
And that mixed with the Disney water. There's something about Disney ride water that has a very unique smell to it, and I love it so much. I'm almost addicted to it.
It smells a little sweet to me.
There's like a sweetness and also like a hint of a rustiness to it.
I was going to say a hint of magic marker, too.
Sure.
That might be the
sure.
theatrical smoke, but
That might be you still being high from the jet fumes.
I'm huffing jet fumes while I'm on Pirates. I recommend you try it. It's a completely different ride experience.
Wow, I'm learning a lot about you.
Do you think part of that smell is because the water just kind of cycles and so it kind of soaks in all that ambiance that they're bringing to the attraction?
Could be, but it's in every single water ride at Disney.
Yeah, but mostly Pirates, you're right.
Mostly, Pirates has a very specific smell to it, but I feel like if you removed all the elements, the water would smell the same as it
Yeah.
does in Splash Mountain.
Yeah,
Anyways, I love it. I'm here for it. They do make candles of Disney water,
they sure do.
and some of them are pretty spot on. I love them.
Have you ever scooped up a handful of Disney water while you're on a ride and just tossed it back?
I have not, but if you keep your mouth open on Splash Mountain, you can swallow a jug full.
Take some Disney water home with you.
I've been spurted in the mouth a lot on Splash Mountain before the ride even starts.
I was going to say, or during an evacuation. One of the two.
Is Patrick behind Brer Bear? What's going on?
That's inappropriate.
Hi, Mom.
He's a beloved character.
All right, Adam, we're in the home stretch here.
This is where I think we're going to cross over.
Uh-oh, we're going to cross streams.
I think so.
We're going to cross scentscapes.
That's right.
Okay.
My number 2 choice for Fab Five scents in Walt Disney World is Rome is Burning in Spaceship Earth.
Interesting.
I love that smell.
It's a really great smell. A very classic Disney smell.
Yes. We all know it. We all love it. I think everyone loves that smell. I have not heard of one person who's like, ugh, Rome burning? No, thank you.
Yeah, it's a good one. I think that is a very unique to Disney smell as well. I believe they manufactured that smell specifically for the ride.
Charred wood.
Mm.
It reminds me of holidays at my grandma's house, a fire in the fireplace.
Yeah.
It's very comforting, despite the fact that it's in a very kind of upsetting moment in world history.
Sure.
We lost all of those scrolls, Patrick.
But we had the Phoenicians.
Thank the Phoenicians.
Thank you, Phoenicians.
It was the monks who rewrote the scrolls painstakingly.
Not that one who fell asleep.
He fell asleep.
He's tie-tie.
He's Ty.
Yeah, that's a really good one. That's a very, like I said before, it's an iconic smell that everyone who's been on Spaceship Earth knows exactly what you're talking about.
And do you know how the ride vehicles on Spaceship Earth frequently pause?
I sure do.
They never pause for me in front of Rome burning, and that's the one place I would want them to pause.
Well, you've put it into the world.
Maybe this is the trip.
As you know, Amanda and I are starting a coven, so we'll make this happen for you. What?
I'm going to give you a list of 50 other things I'd rather have you use your witch powers on other than that.
That's all we can do right now.
Don't waste your witch powers on that, please.
It's already happening.
There are world issues I want you to cover.
The boat has left the dock.
Oh, dear.
It's happening.
Okay. All right. Sorry, peace in the Middle East, but I get a ride vehicle stopping in front of Rome is Burning now.
I think you're welcome, Adam.
Okay.
Yep. That's what you meant to say. Thank you.
I feel selfish.
You are selfish.
Patrick, what is your number 2 Fab Five scent in Walt Disney World?
Well, Adam, we are not crossing interesting streams here.
Oh, okay.
Because I am going with Flight of Passage when you land in the cave and all the flowers pop out. Which I believe, Adam, it is the same smell as the champagne bottles when they pop in Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Oh, is it?
There's something very romantic about this smell.
Yeah.
And a little bit sexy about it.
Oh.
It's very meditative as well.
Yeah.
I am in love with this. And I, of course, purchased the oil that I can put in my oil diffuser at Disney Springs, which reminds me I need to buy a new one this trip.
Okay.
I'm running out.
Noted.
So every time you walk down into my basement before we record, you're smelling me and that smell.
Yeah.
I'm pumping into the air.
Guess which smell is more appealing to me?
Me.
Incorrect.
Oh, rude.
Yeah, no, it is totally the scent from Flight of Passage.
Well, that's one person in the world who thinks that.
I really love that scent too. And this ride, along with Soarin', I become ridiculous on when the scents appear. It's like I cannot smell enough. It's like I have to smell as much as possible.
Oh, for sure.
I'm like taking in as much air as possible.
Yeah.
It's like, cool it, Adam. You don't have to be such a nerd. Like, just calm down and sniff once. You know what they smell like.
Well, speaking of Soarin', I also believe this is the same smell that you are smelling when you fly over India.
Yeah. Jasmine-y.
It's a little bit jasmine-y. There's a little bit of clover in there. There's some rose petal, I think, in there.
Yeah, it smells really good.
I love it so much. I wonder if I could put some in my bathtub, if my bathtub would smell that way then. I've already got no clothes on. I'm just one step away. What?
Oh, Patrick. You're just going to be walking up to people. I smell like Flight of Passage. Smell me.
How did you know my pickup line?
You're going to be walking around Animal Kingdom being like, can't get on the ride? 3-hour wait? Come smell me instead.
It's more subtle. It's more like, hey, buddy, you want to smell something?
That's not creepy at all. Not at all, Patrick. Good Lord.
What?
All right. We're already down to my number one choice.
Oh, my goodness.
This is my number one scent in all of Walt Disney World.
This went too quick.
I know. Patrick, do you have a guess of what my number one scent is at Walt Disney World?
I was going to guess the confectionery, but that's not it.
It's not it.
Is it something on Soarin'?
It's not something on Soarin'.
Oh, then I have no idea.
This may be an unorthodox choice.
Uh-oh. Is it the jet fumes on the way back? Is that what it is?
No, because the jet fumes have never left me. I'm huffing them the entire time I'm in the parks.
Is it pizza? It's just pizza.
It's definitely not Disney pizza, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, shade.
Maybe at Via Napoli. That pizza's good. I'm so hungry, Patrick. All right. My number one Fab Five scent at Walt Disney World is returning to Spaceship Earth. The scent you smell when entering the attraction and in the loading area of the attraction.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's like a metallic escalator type smell. Is the only way I can describe it. Mm-hmm. Immediately takes me back to being a kid in Epcot again. That smell has not changed one bit. Mm-hmm. And it gets me so excited because I love Spaceship Earth so much. And because it makes me feel like I'm truly in Walt Disney World.
Yeah, it's that metal and grease maybe that you're smelling at the same time.
A little bit of grease.
There's almost a manly scent to it.
It is very masculine. You're right. It's kind of like a mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
That we just discovered what it is.
It's a sexy mechanic
So
smell.
mechanics are what you're into.
But the instant you start walking up the inclined path to go inside Spaceship Earth, it comes kind of wafting out from the entrance. You can smell it.
It does. You're right.
I love that smell
That is
so
a
much.
good smell. And you love that ride so much. That makes a lot of sense that you would use this as your number one.
Do you think there's a candle, like entrance to Spaceship Earth candle?
Maybe.
Or like sexy mechanic candle?
I think that's more likely.
Okay. I'm into it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Now I'm not just hungry. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yeah, I really love that smell, and I'm really eager to smell it again when we're back this week.
Good choice, Adam. Good
Thank
number
you so
one.
Much. Thank you so much. You know, Patrick, I would love to know what your number one Fab Five scent is from Walt Disney World.
Do you have a guess of what mine might be?
I do.
What is it?
Popcorn.
You're 1/3 correct.
1/3 correct?
Yeah, man.
So it's a popcorn treat? Or a place that has popcorn and some other kind of scents involved?
Mm-hmm,
okay.
How would I just tell you?
Okay.
Okay.
That's easier, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a spot about 3/4 of the way down on Main Street
Yeah.
where you're getting the fresh baked pastries coming from the confectionery.
Yeah.
You're getting the corn dog batter coming from Casey's Corner.
Yep.
And popcorn coming from the Magic Kingdom Pavilion, basically.
Right. Yep.
That is my favorite spot in general in Walt Disney World, and it's because of those smells wafting at you at the same time while you're looking at the castle.
The trio of smells.
Yes, that's right.
A beautiful smell baby is born.
Smell baby is born.
And you inhale that smell baby.
Here's the thing. That smell makes my eyes roll into the back of my head.
Oh, dear.
I'm drooling a little bit.
Do you need a tongue depressor?
I've no control over my tongue.
Are you having a seizure?
Possibly my leg is twitching like a dog's.
Oh, dear.
It just puts me in a mood, Adam.
Is there a doctor on Main Street?
You don't need one because I'm ready for anything after I hit that spot.
Are you telling me this is an aphrodisiac for you?
Absolutely it is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to watch you eat a corn dog after you had that experience.
Oh, a lot of people love to watch me eat a corn dog.
It's going to be too suggestive.
It's not so much eating a corn dog as it is just inserting a corn dog into my mouth and pulling it back out.
Okay.
And then eating it.
What?
Just biting the head off of it with mustard. No ketchup. Ugh.
I have questions.
I have answers.
I don't think they're appropriate for this podcast, but we'll talk about it afterwards.
What do you mean? It's like a warm-up for eating it.
Okay.
I just got to make sure it will fit in my mouth.
The whole thing? All at once? I now have a very morbid curiosity about what this experience is going to be like on Saturday when we're walking down Main Street together. I don't think I've ever witnessed this.
Well, if anyone has ever wanted to just make out with me, it's right there in front of the castle with all those smells. It's like a hypnosis situation happening.
Wow.
It's a little insight.
It's a lot of insight.
Well,
it's too much insight, Patrick.
How very dare you? That's rude.
Not rude.
You know what I'm talking about, though? You don't this spot specifically.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
I like the combination of that. I think there's definitely some waffle cone coming from the ice cream shop, too.
Oh, for sure.
It all hits you all at once. It's wonderful.
Do you know what it is? It's the smell of, like, friendship and family and comfort and memories.
Yeah.
And an aphrodisiac, apparently, for me.
I think all of these scents that we listed have that in common. The fact that it's not just about the scent. It's about the memories attached to that scent, right?
I like that. Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Well, this has been eye-opening. A little too eye-opening in some instances.
This has been pants-dropping.
No.
Jaw-dropping.
Yep.
Okay.
You're not going to drop your pants in the middle of Main Street when you smell those three smells, are you?
You're inferring that I'm wearing pants at all, but no, I won't.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think.
What?
Saturday is going to be really interesting.
It's going to be gay days for
yes,
sure.
It is.
It's going to be gay days and days and days.
And you put that call out there. There's going to be a lot of gays in Magic Kingdom on Saturday.
I think I've just ruined my own life.
Well, we would love to know what some of your favorite scents are at Walt Disney World Resort.
Absolutely. Please email us at info@gaysdothed.com.
Or you can always reach out to us on social media at GDTD Podcast.
Did you have any runners-up, Adam? I know you had 8 things listed, so you must have had some.
Haunted Mansion was kind of hanging around my list.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Although it's hard to pinpoint a smell in there. It's just kind of general mustiness.
It's must and theatrical smoke.
It is, again, theatrical smoke, yeah. Another option I had in my back pocket, I wasn't sure if we were able to do scents that no longer exist at Walt Disney World.
Oh.
So I decided to exclude that one. But there was a scent in Imagination, version 1. Specifically, when you entered the all-white room, there was this room where everything was kind of like carved out of paper. And there was a giant carousel in the middle of the room that was all white, very intricately carved. And it smelled like perfume or some type of flower. It was very pungent, and I would give anything to be able to smell that again. I want to know what that scent was, and I bet a lot of our listeners who experienced Epcot when they were kids remember this smell from Imagination.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful scent and really enhanced the experience of being in this kind of very magical ride. Yeah, so those were kind of my 2 options. Did you have any runners-up?
Yeah, I really love the elephant scene in Soarin'.
Oh, yeah.
That sort of dirty,
Grassy.
dusty, grassy, earthy smell.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. I like that one.
It's a much better version of Gap's grass scent. Do you remember Gap's grass?
Oh my gosh, I
scent
do.
From way back in the day.
I sure do.
That's what I wanted Gap's grass scent to smell like, but it never did.
It never did.
Yeah, that's a really good choice, Patrick. I love that smell too.
Thank you so much. And the other one on the very flip side of that is the perfume and soap shop in the Norway Pavilion.
Oh, yeah.
I really, really like that smell. There's a really specific like lotion that smells really good. It's got like a I don't know how to describe it. It smells like ice and cake or something.
Oh, that's a good description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't usually like sweet smells, but
Yeah.
this one is really good. It's really smooth smelling.
Mm.
Well, Adam, if I can just give my 2 cents, this was a really fun conversation.
Your 2 cents, you gave 5 cents.
Wow.
You actually gave 7 because you had 2
So this is an example of a pun, Adam.
additional. Yes.
And puns are jokes.
This is new to me on this podcast. We've never done a pun before.
No, that's fair. Remember the movie Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino?
I hope to God I don't run into any scent of a woman in Walt Disney World. while we're down there.
Well, Amanda's going to be with us.
She always smells great, though.
It's true.
I'm thinking of Scent of a Woman as more like Arms Up on Tower of Terror, and
Wow.
there was no deodorant applied that day.
Why is it just women?
People in general.
Okay, fair
Well, if
enough.
the movie had been called Scent of a Man, I would be mentioning that, too.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hooah.
There probably is a movie called Scent of a Man, but to be in one of the back rooms of a video store, the one that's kind of
Yeah.
blocked off by the curtain,
It's on my resume.
Scent of a Man.
Mm-hmm.
You starred in that?
I wouldn't say starred in it.
You were a supporting role?
I supported many roles in that film, Adam. There were many actors, and I supported all of them in many ways. Should I go on?
Do you think we'll eventually explore the other senses that we enjoy at Walt Disney World? What we like to hear? That'd be a good one. What music we like to hear?
We can do that.
What we like to see?
This is going to be the most boring podcast in the world.
What we like to touch at Walt Disney World?
Now that could be an interesting topic.
That could be an interesting topic.
What we liked to touch at GayDayS, specifically.
Fab Five touches of Walt Disney World.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Patrick.
Guess what time it is?
It's time for Quick D.
That's correct. I couldn't stump you. I tried. Didn't work. It's quick tea time. For those of you at home who don't know what Quick D is, why don't you listen to our show more often?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
But here's the answer. Quick D is where Adam and I ask each other a question that the other has not heard before, and we answer that question off the cuff. This week, we're going with Quick D Classic.
Yeah.
Original D, if you will.
Yeah.
Adam, I believe you are first to ask me a Quick D question.
I've got a Quick D question right here for you, Patrick.
Thrust it at me.
I'm thrusting my question right in your face.
Okay.
Walt Disney World is producing a unisex eau de toilette for its 50th anniversary, and the Imagineers have come to you for assistance in marketing the scent on Gaze Do the D. What is the name of the fragrance?
Mm-hmm.
And please give us your ad read for it.
The fragrance is called Oopsie. Oopsie by Disney.
Oopsie by Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a whimsical scent,
Yes.
as you might gather from the title Oopsie by
Yeah.
Disney.
Oopsie by Disney.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So there's an ad read.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
say.
how are you going to sell this to our listeners? I'm assuming there'll be some kind of description of the scent, how you can wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that ad.
Well, as you said, it's unisex, so it's not rosy.
Right.
It's not musty.
Okay.
It's dirty is what it is.
Dirty.
Mm-hmm. It's like dirty pop,
Yep.
kind of a dirty situation.
Oopsie by Disney is dirty.
Oopsie by Disney is dirty by day and night.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a fragrance for the day and for night.
Yeah, it's a transitional scent.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So here's the ad read, Adam.
Okay.
Splash Mountain. Space Mountain. The sun. Sweat. Fudge. Single? Oopsie by Disney. Do you like it?
But you were kind of embracing, I feel like, a Calvin Klein obsession type ad there.
Mm-hmm.
It was very obscure.
Yeah.
But it makes me want to buy it.
Thank you so much. So the theme of it is, you know how at the end of the day you stank?
Well, I don't, but I know how others do, yes.
You know how at the end of the day other people than us stank?
Yes.
After a long day at Disney.
Correct.
And yet you still want to you want to mingle about.
Right.
And you're like, oopsie, I stink. Better spritz on that love spray.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's nothing better smelling
Yeah.
than someone with BO
Yeah.
who puts on a scent to mask that BO.
Mm-hmm. 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 You know how Bath and Body Works has that apple spray?
Yeah.
That gross apple spray?
Yep.
That a lot of people just use a whole bottle at once?
Yeah.
That's what we're going for with this one.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. But instead of apple, it's
Don't.
It's dirt.
Yeah.
That's the scent that we're going for. 'Cause
Okay.
dirt covers a lot of things.
It sure does.
And who doesn't want to get dirty after a long day at Disney?
That's right.
Get dirty at Disney. Oopsie. And sometimes you say that when you wake up with whoever you met the night before.
That's for sure.
You wake up and go, oopsie.
Yeah.
Oopsie did it again. Oopsie did it again is the jingle.
Wow. Well, I think your work here is done.
Thank you so much.
The Imagineers are eternally grateful for you fully devising this ad campaign for them.
Listen, it's whimsical, it's sexual, it's oopsie. I can't stop. I can't stop with the ad reads.
I so hope that one of our listeners comes up to you in the park and is just like, I'm wearing oopsie.
Listeners out there, if you're going to be there and you just casually fit into a conversation, oopsie.
Yeah.
I will know.
Yeah.
I will give you a button.
It'll be worth 2 gays to the D buttons.
It will be worth 2 buttons and a snapshot.
Wow.
An oopsie snapshot.
Wow. Oopsie.
Doesn't it just falls off your mouth?
It falls off my mouth. Yes. Falls out of my mouth like puking falls out of my mouth.
Oh, no.
Oopsie.
Oopsie. All right, we got to move on to my question to you.
Please, give me my D.
Buckle up, Adam. Here comes your D.
Okay.
It's your own D, apparently. Here comes your D.
Have I removed ribs?
So we're going to GayDayS, and Disney has decided to do a GayDayS parade.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Her gay.
Her gay. You are responsible for organizing the gay parade.
Yes.
Tell me all about where the parade is, what's in the parade, who's the Grand Marshal.
Yes, I'm the Grand Marshal.
Oh, great.
So check that off your list.
Got it.
It's me.
You just sing that over and over again?
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I'm all about this idea. I think this is a fantastic idea.
Thank you so much.
A gay parade just for GayDayS.
Just for GayDayS.
Sauntering down Main Street, USA.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to out some Disney characters and put them in the parade?
I'm not going to force anyone out of that closet.
Good for you.
Anyone's allowed to march, but let me give you some more specifics about the parade.
Great.
The title of the parade is Pride or Die.
I like that.
And it's about keeping tight with the community.
Keeping it tight.
Yeah. Staying close.
I like that.
Staying super close.
Staying Glenn close.
That's right.
Okay.
And supporting each other.
Aw. How are we supporting each other, Adam? What's a visual representation of gay support?
There's going to be a lot of shirtless dudes
Okay, great.
carrying other shirtless dudes.
That's really good support.
Support.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a literal interpretation of support.
I support that support.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping that guests come away with an understanding of support.
And the male physique, apparently.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's important.
I need to understand that male body.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's just a start.
That is just the beginning.
Because Pride or Die is not just about hot dudes.
Mm-hmm.
It's also about rainbows.
It's true.
Glitter. Glitter rainbows.
Mm-hmm.
And each float in the parade will be a salute to an element of the gay lifestyle.
Oh.
Some may say a stereotypical element of the gay lifestyle.
Uh-oh.
But so be it.
I like that, though.
We have to paint in broad strokes here.
We do.
It's GayDayS in Walt Disney World.
I mean...
So one float will be a tribute to the gym.
Okay. I like that. A fitness float.
A fitness float.
Interested.
Yep.
Interested.
There will be a celebration of teeth whitening.
I like that idea as well.
Dental hygiene is so important to the community.
Very important to everybody, but especially the gay community.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Is there a piece de resistance float?
There certainly is. It's called Brunch and Buddies,
Oh.
featuring Mickey, Donald, Goofy, all at a Saturday brunch. So roughly between 10:30 and noon, somewhere in there.
I like that. I like that.
Having some cocktails,
Some.
having some eggs, and then sharing a breakfast dessert of pancakes because, you know,
It's a very visual.
trying to stay trim.
It's a very interpretive snippet of the gay lifestyle.
I feel like
brunch.
I've pretty much captured all elements. So there's gym, teeth whitening, and brunch.
Yes.
Isn't that your like typical Saturday morning for you?
That's true. It's true. It's like a Jersey Shore gym tan laundry.
Yeah.
It's been a very educational parade so far. Very introspective.
For the heterosexuals, yes. But for the
Right.
for the gay people, this will just be old hat for them. They'll be like, been there, done that.
Yeah. It's like I'm not even on vacation anymore. I'm just watching myself on a daily basis.
Night at the club, that could be a float.
Ooh.
The morning after, that could be a float.
Oh, dear. That's a nightmare of a float for some people.
That one's sponsored by Oopsie, by Disney.
Who's in bed with who on that float?
You and Donald.
Oh, that's not an oopsie.
It is for people witnessing it.
Oh, rude. That's very rude. Very rude. You're going to see some feathers fly.
There's a salute to Thruples. Featuring Phineas, Ezra, and Gus from the Haunted Mansion.
Such an awkward float.
Did you know they're in a throuple?
I did not. I know that now. Thank you for telling me.
Gus was the addition. Ezra and Phineas felt like they needed some spice in their relationship.
Is that what it is?
They invited Gus to be part of their throuple.
It makes sense when you really think about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the last float, tying it all together,
yeah,
is the salute to shame.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's just me eating a pizza.
Oh, no.
On a float.
That is the gay experience, isn't it? Just, don't look at me.
Yeah. It's several showy activities.
Yeah.
Followed by eating a pizza alone.
See, I thought you were going to say it's a bunch of people, like, doing the walk of shame at the end of the parade.
We now invite parade watchers to join the parade in a walk of shame.
You all know who you are. Self-identify and get in the parade.
That will do it for this episode of Gays Do the D. Thanks for listening. To become a patron of the podcast, visit our website at gaysdothed.com/donate. For a donation of any amount, you can receive exclusive Gays Do the D content and help us continue to bring you the very best Disney news and discussion. Continue the conversation after this episode on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at GDTD Podcast, and submit your questions or show ideas to info@gaysdothed.com. Have a great week, everybody. See you real soon.